What's up, guys? It's a beautiful day out here. We're just, sunbathing, doing our thing. You know the vibes. In this video series, should I say, we're going to be creating our own decentralized lottery system. So if you're the owner of this contract, you and only you are going to have the sole authority of shutting off the list and essentially picking a winner. All right. Now we're going to set a minimum amount of ether that you are allowed to send to this contract. Okay. There isn't going to be no maximum. And if you hit that minimum requirement, basically you automatically get listed on this list that we're going to create. Now, just for clarification, this is decentralized. So you're not going to be able to pick the winner. We're going to implement some type of randomness. And to be more technical about it, we're going to implement some type of pseudo randomness. It's actually very hard and it's pretty expensive to generate real randomness. Once we generate this pseudo random number, that number is going to be attributed to a particular contestant within the list, and that winner is going to get basically the jackpot. All the funds that everybody donated to is going to go automatically to that person's address. So for those of you that are new to this channel, my name is Dro, and I am here to facilitate your journey on becoming a smart contract developer. Now, in this project, we are not only going to be dealing with Solidity, but we will be dabbling a little bit into React.js. When it comes to creating Web3 dApps or decentralized applications, basically you need to create a front end. And the reason for that is because at the end of the day, we want as many users as possible to be using our projects. So in order to get as much adoption as possible, we need to create an environment that is very user-friendly. And what better way to do that than with React.js? Now remember, this is just an introductory video to our lottery contract project. There are going to be many more videos following this one, so be sure to stay tuned and hit that subscribe button and hit that push notification bell so you can get all these videos as soon as they come out. All right, guys, so there are going to be two different components that are going to be essential in developing our smart contract. And these two different components are going to be the administrator and the contestants. So let's go ahead and look at administrator. Now, remember that the administrator is the person that creates and deploys the contract, and essentially who is going to have the final say in closing off the lottery and issuing the funds. Now, this administrator will only have one particular address associated with it. Now, if you look over to the contestants are going to be allowed to enter for a chance to win by contributing to our ETH pool. Now, once they contribute to our ETH pool, they will be inserted into an array of different addresses. Now, all these addresses are going to be contestants. And once the administrator decides that there is enough contestants within the address and the funds can go ahead and be released to the winner of the lottery, the administrator will then be able to call a specific function in order to do so. All right, so let's look at the different functions that we're going to be using within our smart contract. So the first function that we're going to be looking at is lottery. Now, this is probably the most confusing to understand, especially because we don't have any code in front of us to really explain it. But all you need to know is that this function's purpose is to equate our admin or administrator address to message.sender, which is one of our global variables. So like I said, don't worry about that right now. In the next video, when we actually get our hands dirty in the code, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So the next function is going to be our enter function. Now, this function is pretty self-explanatory. We need a function that allows users to go ahead and enter into our contestants list. Now, remember that in order to get into our contestants list, users must donate a minimum amount of ether in order to enter the list. So our next function is our random function. Now, the only purpose for this function is to generate a random, or in our case, a pseudo random number for us. This random number is what's going to help us pick a winner. Essentially, we're not picking the winner, the random number is, but that leads us into our next function, which is the actual pick winner function. Now remember, the pick winner function can only be called by our administrator or the person that deployed the contract. And our last function is going to be our get contestants function. Now this function is important because it allows us to get a list of all of our contestants, everybody that has contributed to our ETH pool and everybody that is eligible to win our lottery. So once again, guys, this is just a general overview of our smart contract. Now, as you can see, this is not rocket science. It's actually very basic. And in the next video, we're going to go ahead and jump into Remix and start generating our code. So I'll see you in the next video.